Shadows pooled between the broken spires of Nhalomir, long after dusk had fallen, and the city's gasps became little more than whispers. Through ruined alleys, under archways chiseled with forgotten sigils, an elf rogue named Elandir moved like memory itself, haunted, half a ghost. His boots made no sound on the slick cobbles, but within his heart thrummed the thunder of what he'd read only hours ago by candles' trembling light. And when the dragon's shadow falls, the fathomless night will devour hope, unless a cursed soul denies its own chains, the parchment had whispered. Ink stained his fingers, but prophecy darkened his soul. Elandir was not alone in his vigil. Around his wary steps trailed his companions. Kaelin, a dwarven cleric whose faith was as cracked as the city's stones. Mirel, a human warlock touched by a pact with something older than the city's dust. And Sable, a tiefling bard whose music fluttered in the air like moths drawn to dying flames. They were 4 shepherds to the end of days, each broken in their own way. Elandir's nerves tightened as they passed a half-collapsed cathedral. Echoes clung here, thick as cobwebs, and the gargoyles watched from above with blind, accusatory glares. He touched the rune-etched blade at his hip, a token of a failed rebellion, a reminder of the price of hope. "Your pacing will wake the dead," Kaelin grumbled, voice gravelly. She adjusted her dented holy symbol and peered at him, half curious, half condemning. He gave no reply. Trust came slow to Elandir, as dawn to this cursed city. Mirel's candle-flicker eyes caught his, secrets passed in their gaze. If the prophecy is truth, Mirel mused, why reveal it to you? A bitter smile cut Elandir's lips, because sometimes the shadows pick the one who's already lost. Their path led deeper, to the city's ripped heart, the shattered plaza where the old council tree's skeleton stood, roots exposed, as if supplicating to a heedless sky. Elandir paused here, breath steaming, listening to the silence between the tick of his own fear. He remembered his sister's laughter, how once light had seemed possible before the flames and ash, before the dragon's shadow razed their district. "You can't run from prophecy," his thoughts murmured, "but you might just outrun the doom that follows." A hush fell among the group as Sable drew near, plucking at silver strings. Notes hovered, trembling. "We all want answers," Sable whispered, "but are you ready to pay their price?" Elandir clenched the prophecy. "Nothing worth having comes without a cost." Lightning flashed, illuminating the city's wounds. Mirel's pact mark crawled with eldritch light. Kaelin readied her battered shield. Sable sang a lyric to steel their nerves. An ancient door yawned open at the plaza's edge, its threshold smeared with soot. As they crossed into the forgotten tomb, the air grew colder, heavy with the residue of magic and regret. In the chamber's center, an altar awaited, encircled by dragonbone fragments and dying candles. "This is where it ends," Elandir whispered. Or perhaps where it began. He traced the prophecy's final line with trembling fingers. Visions assailed him, fire and shadows, the city's bones beneath dragon wings, but also, faintly, a spark, choice, flickering, defiant. Could destiny be defied, or were they merely echoes in a storm, doomed to repeat ancient tragedies? Kaelin's faith wavered, but her resolve did not. She pressed a palm to the altar, muttering prayers for those lost, for those who might yet be saved. Mirel's pact flared, a test of power against fate. Sable's melody mourned what might never be found. Elandir knelt. Shadows loomed. The prophecy's weight nearly broke him. Yet he remembered his sister's voice, her hope despite horror. That hope, fragile as spider silk but real, drew from him a vow. "I may be haunted, but I will be the blade that breaks the chain." Power surged through him, painful, blinding. The darkness shrieked, coiling, and in its grasp he glimpsed every path. Ruin, redemption, surrender, rebellion. Tears cracked his composure. He chose. Light flared from his heart, a final defiance. Dragon shadows recoiled, and the city's wounds seemed, if not healed, at least acknowledged. As dawn battered darkness from the stones, Elandir stood amidst his fractured party, no longer only haunted, but haunted and unbowed. In the silence that followed, hope echoed, soft, uncertain, but present. "We must walk forward," he murmured, "whether fate intends it or not." So ends this tale of sorrow, resolve, and the haunted rogue who dared defy destiny. Will you too challenge the shadows at your table? Gather your courage, for fate favors the bold.